It's a calm morning. It's like May 11th, I believe. And there's a good example of how a jetty works. So that jetty kind of traps the sand from leaving. And the idea of having jetties is that trapping of the sand keeps the erosion at bay. They don't really work that well here on the north end of the island. I think maybe when there was just a few of them, they probably did something for the place where they were at. But now there's so many of them, I think it's a kind of a losing battle. And I'm not so sure that they're really that great for the overall migration of sand. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there. The point is that that's a good example of a jetty at work. You can see how the sand is trapped. It's like a little drop off under the water, and that sand that's up against the jetty has not moved and is collected there because of the barrier. Oh, so calm. The water's calm. The calm water is a good example of the kind of state of mind that we want to train ourselves to be in. And you can train yourself. You can train your brain. Your brain is a very dynamic. Dynamic means that it's changing all the time. And so we want to be able to have and experience the different emotions in life, and to have exciting experiences and quiet experiences and all these different experiences. That's part of living. But you need to know that with focus and practice, you can be a person who has a mind that can come back to this center state of calmness, like the water is calm. This analogy of calm water in the mind has been used often throughout history. People realize that they need to teach themselves to have that practice. And in the world we live in today, with so many distractions and so many different people telling you this is how you need to do things, and that's how you need to do things, and this is how things are supposed to be. It's a lot of challenges when we're in a society that's so integrated, like with so many different people and things coming at us. If you can imagine a society that was not so, or even in the world today where there's just not so much interaction with so many different people, where it's a smaller group, you can kind of find your flow a little easier. But in this world of social media and television and all these different things, and just so many changing opportunities, that we need to practice more than ever, how to make our mind calm, so that when you're calm, you're actually more intelligent. Calmness is associated with having a focus and being able to think through problems in the best possible way. So that makes you not only a better person for yourself to be enjoying the peacefulness that can exist in life, but it also makes you a very valuable person to other people who are trying to accomplish things and working in teams. They need the calm person. The calm person is usually the one who thinks through the problems better, and who's easier to interact with, who has less emotional volatility. And when you're working with teams and people, that's a big part of it. Is people don't want to feel like they don't know the person they're coming to talk to. They want to come to somebody who is going to be calm and thoughtful about decision making. So you can practice these things through meditation and self-awareness, and also through certain activities. I can't say specifically which activities would be best, but I think for you, being an artist, art and music and those kinds of things are really activities that help you, without even sometimes knowing it, practice achieving calmness. or also what's known as flow state. Calmness and flow state are very closely related. And so flow state is just basically when your mind kind of gets all the wave patterns in your mind sort of start working together in a unified way to work on the task at hand, basically. So people who become very good at what they do are particularly, they get into flow quite easily because they've practiced what they've done so much that their brain just kind of knows how to get into that state of mind very quickly. And so that in and of itself proves that we can train our mind. It's practice. So just like we train our bodies, just like and they work together too. I say train, like if a person who's a ballerina and practices ballet all the time, to get better at ballet, they have to also improve mentally. It's in fact, it's probably more mental than physical after a certain point. I'm sure that it is. And that's also why you can see people who are the very best at what they do in like sports or whatnot, even after their bodies have been injured or they've gotten older, they can still very often come out and do something extremely impressive. If not for a long period of time, they can at least do it once. And that's because the mental aspect of what they do is so ingrained in them. So even there's a famous golfer. He got in a car wreck. He was one of the greatest golfers who ever lived. And now he can barely play golf. Most people who had his injuries wouldn't even think that they could even play professional golf, much less, play in major champions. But yet, with all his injuries, he just knows, and his mind's trained so well at how to swing a golf club and to make shots. He can still play at the professional level, although he can't play very often because of his injuries. His body can't take it, but his mind is still knows how to do what he does so well. The muscle memory and the nervous system knows so well that he can still make great shots. So it's the mind and the body. They work together, and you can train both of them. And a lot of times when you train one, you train the other. So, but calmness and flow state and self-awareness, these are very, very important things, and they're yours. They're your internal, part of your internal compass. I love you.